Hello, and welcome. You are watching Step Up Medicine's video on gastric acid production. What exactly does the stomach do besides churn food? In this episode we'll explore the key cells of the stomach, what they secrete, and why, how acid production is tightly regulated, and clinical links like ulcers and gastritis. The stomach acts as both a reservoir and a processor. Its main functions are mechanical digestion via mixing and churning, chemical digestion using acid and enzymes, secretion of intrinsic factor for vitamin B absorption, defense through its low pH environment. It prepares food, now called chyme, for entry into the small intestine. The stomach lining contains gastric glands, each with specialized cells. Parietal cells secrete hydrochloric acid, HCl, and intrinsic factor. Chief cells secrete pepsinogen, which becomes pepsin in acid. G cells secrete gastrin, a hormone that stimulates acid secretion. Mucus cells produce a protective alkaline mucus layer. Enterochromaffin-like ECL cells secrete histamine, which activates parietal cells. A handy way to remember this is by remembering the mnemonic, people can get massive heartburn. Let's zoom in on parietal cells, the acid factories of the stomach. These cells secrete hydrochloric acid into the gastric lumen, using the hydrogen-potassium ATPase pump, also known as the proton pump. Here's how it works. Carbon dioxide from metabolism combines with water and forms carbonic acid, cartologica. Carbonic acid dissociates into hydrogen ions and bicarbonate. The hydrogen ion is actively pumped into the stomach in exchange for potassium via the proton pump. Meanwhile, chloride ions are transported into the lumen and combine with hydrogen ions, forming hydrochloric acid. Here is a quick bonus. Bicarbonate exits the parietal cell into the bloodstream, creating the postprandial alkaline tide after a meal. Let's break down what these secretions actually do. HCl lowers pH to roughly 1 to 2, denatures proteins, and kills microbes. Pepsin begins protein digestion. Intrinsic factor binds vitamin B for absorption in the ileum. Mucus and bicarbonate protect the mucosa from acid. Without proper mucus or bicarbonate, the stomach starts digesting itself. Acid secretion happens in 3 phases. Cephalic phase, triggered by sight, smell, or thought of food, mediated by the vagus nerve, which is parasympathetic. Gastric phase, food in the stomach stretches walls causing gastrin release. Intestinal phase, chyme enters duodenum, which slows acid secretion. 3 main activators of parietal cells: gastrin, acetylcholine, histamine. One major inhibitor of acid secretion is somatostatin. In clinical practice, H blockers like ranitidine and PPIs like omeprazole reduce acid. They block histamine or the proton pump. Disruption of the mucosal defense or excess acid can lead to peptic ulcers. Common causes include H. pylori infection, NSAIDs, which block prostaglandins causing a decrease in mucus production. Stress-related mucosal injury. Ulcers commonly occur in the duodenum and stomach. Let's recap. The stomach secretes acid, enzymes, mucus, and intrinsic factor. 5 key cells work together, with acid regulated in 3 phases. Overproduction, or underprotection of acid, leads to ulcers. Here is a quick question to test your understanding. Which cell secretes intrinsic factor? A. Chief cell. B. Parietal cell. C. G cell. D. Enterochromaffin-like cell. Type your answers in the comments below. If this helped clarify your basics, like and subscribe for more high-yield videos. Up next, gastric motility, how the stomach mixes and empties. Thanks for watching, and keep stepping up your knowledge.